Hello, subscribers, returning viewers, and new viewers. Welcome. This is my musical journey, and I hope you are enjoying the journey so far. On Thursdays, we look at country music from all around the world, from America, Ireland, Scotland, New Zealand, Australia, even. And today we're looking at Irish country music and a character by the name of Daniel O'Donnell. And people will be saying, what the hell am I looking at, listening Daniel for? Well, I enjoy his music. And back home in Ireland in the 70s, I used to sit and listen to country music with my mother and my grandmother. And one day we'd be after listening to our usual selection of country music, mainly Willie Nelson, Don Williams. My grandmother said, will you go out and buy a 7-inch single by a fella called Daniel O'Donnell, who I never heard of at the time. This is back in the 80s. And I went out and I bought it. And my grandmother, very religious, and she had an altar to God and Jesus and all that sort of stuff. And then a week later, I went back out to my grandmother to listen to her usual country music, and the altar of God was gone. There was a poster in the 7-inch single that she asked me to get of Daniel, and she replaced the altar of God with a poster of Daniel O'Donnell. So there are my memories. I met Daniel 3 times actually. I've been to shows in Bristol and Cardiff, and for 50 quid you can get a ticket and you go along and enjoy yourself. Yes, he caters mainly for the silver tops, but we'll be silver tops Sunday too, and will Rob Halford, Ringo Starr be around when we be silver tops. And indeed, who will be our medallion man and crooner to entertain us when we're when we get to a certain age. So don't knock Daniel. He's a good ambassador of my country, and he's actually has a record of in the Guinness Book of Records of being the only artist to sell an album in the UK charts consecutively. I said that right, my dyslexic brain got it right. Consecutively for over 35 years, and no artist has done that. Not even Elvis or the Beatles have done that. And I think he has quite a big following. Though he's not really advertised as much on TV or anything like that, but he is known in the kind of in the concert circuit, and he tours around England. He goes to places like Torquay, Brighton, and Carlisle, and all those sort of places, and well worth going to see. And look him up on YouTube. Give him a listen. I'd be listening to the likes of Iron Maiden, Whitesnake, Pink Floyd, and then I kind of like to just change the tone a little, completely. And I give a better example. So you have Black Sabbath, and you have Enya, and Daniel. So it's a little bit like that movie Gran Turismo. And I play that game every so often, and it's quite good, although I'm more into Forza Horizon. And in the movie Gran Turismo, the instructor listens to Black Sabbath on cassette, and the new driver listens to Enya. So that's kind of that's kind of my zone kind of playlist. So I have a Black Sabbath playlist, and then I'll have a Daniel playlist. And this is my favourite album of Daniel's. I have quite a few. And as I said, I've met him a few times at his shows in Bristol and in Cardiff. I won tickets to see the Cardiff show, believe it or not, on his Facebook page. And I was living in Burnham-on-Sea at the time, and I got the train all the way to Cardiff, and my friend stayed in my friend Glenda's house in Bridgend, and we went to Port Call. Lovely, lovely place, Port Call. That was before I knew Port Call has an Elvis festival, and I want to go back to Port Call and experience it again, and experience Port Call when the Elvis festival is on. It'd be nice to go to Port Call and Matthew Street up in Liverpool. So that's just the album. It's a double album. I bought it when it came out a few years back. And here's the track list. Some of my favourite Daniel songs are on this. The Plains of Old Kildare. There's 2 videos of this, and they pulled one of them, and I don't know why, because it was a fine video. And then the best part of the day is the night. Then you have his version, Daniel's version of Engelbert Humperdinck's 10 Guitars. Old Friends Are Best. And Dark Island. Here's one for you people who are into the prog rock. Mike Oldfield has an instrumental version of this song, The Dark Island, on his Voyager album. So that's worth checking out. And there's this too. And it's just a nice, easy, relaxing listen. You know, you can have Ozzy blasting away, Hole in the Sky, and then you need to kind of quieten down. And whether you quieten down with Daniel, Willie Nelson, or Don Williams, Roger Whittaker, Tony Christie, people like that. You know, every artist has their place. So I've rambled on enough. I highly recommend this album. It gets 100%, and I do enjoy Daniel, and I don't, you know, I'm not hiding the fact that I like Daniel Donnell. So thank you for listening. If you stuck it out to the end of this video, I thank you ever so much. You've been an absolutely fantastic audience, and we will talk to you again in the next video. And if you want to buy me a coffee, please do so. There's a link in the description below.